Hello beautiful people, this is Milena. A few weeks ago we talked about how we're going through a period of transformation on an individual level as well as a collective one. And that means that a lot of the things in our life that no longer serve us, that have played out their role in our lives, are ready to now leave. But I pinpointed a program that actually creates resistance within us and prevents us from letting go easily and allowing that process to be as smooth and easy as possible. And that program has to do with, if I have started something, I need to finish it. I need to see it through. And that is true for a lot of small things in our lives as well as bigger decisions. Here's a small example. Let's say I start watching a TV series and somewhere along the way I recognize that it's not very interesting, or it's too graphic, too negative, too violent, or I simply don't like how I feel after I've watched a few episodes. And although I don't like it or I don't like how I feel about it, I will keep watching it, saying to myself, well, I've made the investment, maybe it will get better. We might have been in a relationship for 10, 20 years of our lives that we now recognize no longer serves us. But we're not necessarily willing to let it go because of the honoring of our own investment in it. I've put so much work into it, so much of my time, energy, and effort. Maybe it will get better. Or maybe we see it as a failure, letting go of something that doesn't serve us. So there are a lot of things that tell us it's a good idea to see things through, but wouldn't it be the sillier thing to do to continue investing and continue putting your time, energy, effort, and money and whatever into something that doesn't support you, doesn't nourish you, is not something interesting or enjoyable to you? And I'm bringing this up now because for many of us, there will be things in different aspects of our lives that are ready to be let go of. What is coming up for you to be let go of? What are you holding on to that maybe no longer serves you? Because by holding on to it, we create more resistance and we create a more difficult process. Because by refusing to let go of it, when they're meant to be let go of eventually, we basically create an environment where things need to get worse. They need to get more intense until we reach that threshold when we're ready to actually release it and let go of it. But that creates a quite the unpleasant experience, an experience that feels like a struggle. It's difficult or unpleasant or even painful and agonizing. There's no judgment in that process. We can go with whatever feels good to us. I personally find myself also holding on to some things, and I think, well, I like a slow kind of agonizing almost process, but I feel more comfortable with it. Baby steps as opposed to just ripping the band-aid off and doing something very quickly. You decide what works for you, and it doesn't mean that it has to be a big change that happens overnight. It just means having the intention and the readiness to let go of things that no longer serve us so that we don't create a more difficult experience than this needs to be. And what might really help us in that process is the understanding that we're not letting go of things to leave ourselves empty, but we are simply doing this to clear the space for something new, beautiful, and wonderful and amazing to come. Because in order for something new to occur, to be built, to show up in our lives, to be created by us, we need to clear the old. And for all of us, it doesn't matter how many or what aspects of our lives, there will be things that we will need to let go of. And pinpointing those and allowing ourselves to drop them in whatever manner is comfortable for us is crucial to making this process really easy, and also clearing the space for the new reality that we want to create, the new lives, the new experiences, however small or big they might be. And if you're not quite sure what has played out its role in your life, what to let go of, and what just needs a little bit more work or change of attitude and perspective, book a session at askmilena.com. Subscribe to my newsletter as well as the channel if you have not done so below, and if you click on the bell, you'll get notified of all future videos which come out on Friday. I'll see you next week. Bye bye guys.